Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. To throw quickly, here's Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're able to get this one. From the 36 now, 1st and 10.
38. Fields black. Middle green.
They're going to look to throw. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The Falcons at 0-10 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels. Because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run with Patterson. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
On the set. Ready?
They'll go. It's Patterson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. Hitting London coming across the field. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
Fight, 6.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
One, 3, rail. Ready?
They'll run with Patterson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. And they'll begin on the ground here with Evans. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Michael Walker there to bring him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. On 3rd down, here's Evans. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
He'll take it at the 42. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, Locke. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play, doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Lock going to throw. That's complete to Mooney. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ready.
2nd and 3. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here we go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's London. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Drill 52. Red cycle.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Fight 97. Ready.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 1.
Over the middle, caught by London. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this is going to be intercepted.
As they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
On second down, a run with Herbert.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
On first and 10, it's Herbert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Now Locke. And this one is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over first and 10.
Here we go, Pat.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Got a man, it's London.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
Let's go.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
22 middle. Blaster, 6. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it.
And the Falcons are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the first and goal.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kyle Pitts
With touchdown number 12 on the year.
and the Falcons have taken the lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Block now to throw. Evans has it left side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. He's past the 30, and he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out, and that'll do it for this first half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. Finding space at the 40.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Whether it's offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bird.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
That's the game of play. It's 3rd and 7.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Second and 5 now. Lock, throw left side, taken in by Claypool. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Here's a give to Herbert. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again with Herbert, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They look to throw. It's Lock. And that is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Yards that time on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Ritter's pass completes to Pitts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Back now here on EA Sports. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Koo to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
A handoff for Herbert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And take it right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. This went into the hands of Pitts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Drake London, his intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now Herbert. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. They find some open field here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 70 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Herbert once more. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. This is Herbert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Atlanta, the streak is over as they finally get a win after 10 losses to start the year.
And they will hit the road next